Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another plant video. Today I'm going to be doing a plant tour of my mini greenhouse right here. I'm like so excited. Oh yeah, this is the stuff right here. So this room right here is actually my brother's old bedroom and it's next to my room, so I decided to turn it into my plant room without really asking my parents. So yeah, I have all of these plants in here. If you don't see a plant, it's most likely in my bedroom. That's where all of my other plants are, but these plants are sort of the plants that I still have in nursery pots that I don't really have pots for and that I don't actually like plant style. The ones in my bedroom I do plant style, so that way they don't just look like a bunch of plants in my room. And I have this guy here. This little greenhouse right here is actually a 4-shelf greenhouse, and I got it off of Amazon for $27, and I believe the last time I checked it was actually $25. So the shelves themselves, very flimsy. Like it's not at all stable. So if you're trying to buy this for outside, I really don't recommend it. I have a little mini humidifier right here that I used to have in my bathroom. Does not really give any humidity to this, but I am waiting for a humidifier to come in the mail just because my current humidifier doesn't actually fit between the shelves and I want to put it down there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you all the plants that are in this room. And also a lot of you asked to see my birds, and I have 2 of them here in this room for you guys to see. So this one right here is Teeny and that one is Tweety. So they're actually both girls, they don't sing, and I actually recently moved them in here. Okay, they don't really like the camera it seems, but yeah, for all of those, for everyone who wanted to see my birds, this is 2 of them. Enough about my birds. Let's go on and talk about my plants. So this plant right here is a stingray that I actually recently hauled. It is an alocasia. It's so cute. I love this plant. This leaf right here is coming in and it has a bunch of little babies down there. It's so cute. My mom actually bought this plant and I haven't given it back to her, so sorry mom. But yeah, I have this plant on the windowsill right here just because it actually does not fit in the greenhouse, and I have these plants on this side that also don't really fit, or they don't really fit the way that I want them to fit, and that includes my variegated alocasia. So this plant used to be in my room, but it got spider mites and I had to hose it down, and then I had to like isolate it, and I isolated it by moving it into the other room, and then about a couple of days went by, I like inspected it, didn't find any more spider mites on it. I had sprayed it with neem oil and I didn't see anything wrong with it, so I decided to bring it back in here instead of putting it in my room again. But yeah, it is coming out with a new leaf right here. I'm super excited about that because it looks like it's gonna have some really cool variegation, and it also has another leaf coming in down here from the baby. This is my variegated alocasia, and then I moved my watermelon peperomia in here. It has a bunch of like scarring. It's had that since I received it. It probably needs some water right now because it's not as rigid as it usually is. This plant, I got it from Hertz Gardens, and it seems like it's giving me some new growth, but then it dies off. So if you guys have any care tips for this guy, go ahead and let me know. But yeah, a lot of the leaves are kind of deformed. I just recently repotted it, so I'm hoping that the nutrients in the soil are gonna help a little. And then I have my silver sword. So this guy I got from Steve's Leaves. It is sort of a bluey silvery color, but it's a leaf shape that I didn't exactly expect because the pictures on their website I don't personally think look like this plant. The one that they have on the website has a slightly like fatter leaf, and this one are just, you know, very narrow. Yeah. So I got this from Steve's. It's still a really cute plant. It's just not exactly what I expected. Like a lot of people told me on Instagram, it's probably just an immature form, and maybe when it gets older it'll sort of take on that different leaf shape. But yeah, this is my Philodendron histatum. This is the Amazon Philodendron micans that I got and that I actually unboxed with you guys. I really love this plant. It Seems like the leaves are a little like misformed, especially in comparison to this plant that we got at a nursery. Like this plant has some really cute heart-shaped leaves. It doesn't really have any folds or anything. I think they might have been just giving this plant too much light where it was from, but yeah, this is my Philodendron micans. It's doing a lot better than it was, actually, believe it or not. My Alocasia poly or Alocasia amazonica. So this guy has a bunch of leaves. This leaf has been unfurling for like ever now. I don't know what's up with that, but it is giving me a new leaf right there. I didn't see that until this morning, actually. And yeah, I don't really pay much attention to this plant. I think that this plant is known to be a little bit fussy because if it gets too much light, it gets burnt. And if you don't water it well enough, then it gets burnt. A bunch of stuff happens to it if you do stuff wrong, but I think I just got lucky with this one. My other Alocasia is my Alocasia Frydek. Like, I actually have a yellow tip on this one, and it really freaked me out. I had actually changed this plant into a larger pot, and I freaked out because I started seeing those yellow spots, and I decided to just put it back into a nursery pot, which, I mean, it wasn't exactly my wisest decision. I think that it helped, but it started coming out with this new leaf this morning, and it was after I had switched it, so I kind of went into panic mode when I saw that yellow leaf and just decided to do something impulsively, which I don't exactly recommend doing. And then next to it is my Anthurium. So this is a leaf that got broken in transit, and it's still doing really well, which is strange to me. But it does have this yellow spot right here, which I was like expecting way more damage. But yeah, this is my Anthurium clarinervium that I got from Plant That Plant. It's really pretty. I really love it. It's honestly one of my favorite plants right now. I just love the veining on it. But yeah, this is sort of the first shelf that is in the greenhouse. And then the second shelf right here has some of like my babyer plants, some of the plants that I'm kind of propagating. This plant right here, I am considering moving into water and like sort of bunching up a little bit closer, but I removed these leaves from the plant that I got from Gabriella's Plants, and I removed them because I didn't exactly like them. Honestly, they're kind of sad looking leaves. They're odd. So I just decided to like move it into a different plant and see if maybe some new leaves sprouted from it, so I could just cut off all the ones that I didn't like. But yeah, that's my Philodendron Lemon Lime. And then next to it is my Piper Primatum that I got from Land of Alice Studio. And oh my goodness, do you guys see the texture on this beauty? It's just the coolest thing that I've seen in a plant. I feel it looks exactly like a reptile. That's exactly what Gus from Gus Photography on Instagram told me. He was like, it looks exactly like a reptile, and I was like, oh my god, it totally does. So yeah, this is actually really easy to know when to water this plant because the leaves start to feel super flimsy. So yeah, I really love this plant. It was a super cool find. And then right here I have a piece of my Hindu rope that fell off from downstairs, and I just decided to stick it in some soil, but that's not super exciting, so I'm gonna move on. On this side is the Adansonii that I got and that I unboxed, and it is doing pretty well, I'd say. This new leaf is coming in right here. It does have some like tiny leaves that have come in, which I think is kind of weird. I repotted this guy a couple of times, and its aerial roots keep going through the holes at the bottom of the nursery pots. But yeah, this is my Adansonii that I bought and that I unboxed. And then over here, I have that variegated Alocasia leaf that I was talking to you about earlier. And then next to it, I have a Philodendron Brandy. And I actually bought 2 of these when I saw them in stores. So this is one of them. And it's really beautiful. I don't think I have to talk about that one too much just because you guys know I love it. And then next to it is a plant that I don't think that you guys have seen. So this guy is my Monstera siltepecana. and I bought this guy on Etsy, and it was, I think, $22, and it only had like 4 leaves, and I was so disappointed when I bought this. I actually unboxed it, decided not to show you guys just because it was so small. It was underwhelming, I would say, but it's beautiful. I still really love that leaf right there, and it is coming out with a new leaf for me, so I can't wait to see this guy grow so that way he can be a little bit more showy for me. But yeah, this is my Monstera Celtibacana. And then behind those plants are my Alocasia Black Velvet that's right here. This is actually its newest leaf. It's so beautiful. It's so stunning. I love this plant so much. I think this is probably my favorite Alocasia that I have. And then next to it is the Alocasia Maharani that I got and that I unboxed from eBay. That leaf is the coolest leaf ever. It's like silvery but also leathery and textured. It's beautiful. But this leaf is kind of wonky. I don't know what's going on with that. If you guys can help me out, go ahead and let me know what I can do to fix that. I think that's probably a leaf that's gonna be lost. But as you guys know, this plant actually had a broken stem, and somebody commented that I should put some tape on it, but the tape method didn't work for me. I think the stem was too far gone, but thank you guys for helping anyway. I will definitely use that trick for some other plants if that happens again. And then the last plant that's on this shelf is my variegated syngonium that I got from Gabriella's Plants. This is like probably one of my favorite plants right now. It's giving me a whole lot of new growth. It's amazing. Its variegation is so pretty. So if you guys could get your hands on this, would totally recommend Gabriella Plants online. Go ahead and follow them on Instagram to get some updates about those. And yeah, that is my variegated syngonium. And then the plants down here are the plants that I'm propagating. Most of you have seen this if you watched my easy plants to propagate video. My Maranta Silver Band is actually coming out with a new leaf right there. Isn't that like the coolest thing ever? That's actually the second leaf that it's put out in water. So I think it's about time to transplant this into soil. I think as soon as that leaf comes out, I'm probably going to do that. And then this is my Philodendron Rio. And then that is my Monstera Adansonii that I have that is actually unfurling its leaf right now. But yeah, this is my Scindapsus. And those are some Syngonium stems right there. It's coming out with a new leaf. And I have my Monstera Adansonii that I'm propagating. I know this is kind of a weird way to propagate it. I feel like I'm doing this incorrectly, but it seems to be doing fine. So if you guys know a better way to propagate plants that look like this, go ahead and let me know, because I feel like this looks a little silly. And then I wanted to update you guys on my Calathea ornata that I had propagating in water. I actually recently moved it into soil, and once I did that, the new leaf started getting all sorts of wonky, so I probably should have just left it in the water longer. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, this guy is starting to look weird. This guy is still dying, and this guy is actually doing surprisingly well. So yeah, this is my Calathea ornata. That's a little update on that. And then back here I have a bunch of succulents that I don't really want to get into because they're not exactly doing the best. So I just want to let you guys know that there are succulents back there. So that's pretty much all of the plants that I wanted to show you guys today. I hope this sort of sufficed for a mini plant tour before I show you guys my big one next month. But yeah, I really love this greenhouse. I do not regret buying it one bit. It's amazing. It's exactly what I needed. I'm hoping that my new humidifier fits in here better than my old one. And if not, then I guess I'll go ahead and just make it work. But I really love all of my plants in here. It's really exciting being able to come in here and sit down and just kind of look at them and see how they're doing. And yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and let me know. If you have any sort of suggestions, recommendations, if you just want to chat, go ahead and leave a comment. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. If you like me and you like plant videos, go ahead and subscribe if you want to. And I think that's going to be it for today. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!